power tends to corrupt, and absolute power corrupts absolutely. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. Dictatorship naturally arises out of democracy, and the most aggravated form of tyranny, and slavery out of the most extreme liberty. Freedom is never voluntarily given by the oppressor. It must be demanded by the oppressed. The worst form of inequality is to try to make unequal things equal. No one is more enslaved than the slave who thinks he is free. The essence of dictatorship is the concentration of power in one man's hands, and the absence of any legal or constitutional restraint on its exercise. Oppression can only survive through silence. The tyrant grinds down his slaves, and they don't turn against him. They crush those beneath them. Slavery is a weed that grows on every soil. Evil thrives when good men do nothing, but it thrives even more when good men remain silent. The price of apathy towards public affairs is to be ruled by evil men. A dictatorship is a country where they have taken the politics out of politics. The most dangerous man to any government is the man who is able to think things out for himself. The greatest evil is not now done in those sordid dens of crime that Dickens loved to paint. It is not done even in concentration camps and labor camps. In those we see its final result, but it is conceived and ordered, moved, seconded, carried and minuted in clean, carpeted, warmed and well-lighted offices by quiet men with white collars and cut fingernails and smooth-shaven cheeks who do not need to raise their voice. When dictatorship is a fact, revolution becomes a right. The history of the world is the history of the struggle between the oppressor and the oppressed. No one is free when others are oppressed. The moment the slave resolves that he will no longer be a slave, his fetters fall. Freedom and slavery are mental states. Fear is the weapon of oppressors. Do not let it silence you. Be bold. Be relentless. A life without freedom is a slow death, and living in fear is not living at all.